Welcome, my Finnish friends, to a most dreadful delights, the very first night of Mr.Cemetery's Horror Fest. And every Friday night this October, I'll be spinning you a brand new tale of terror, each one more chilling than the last. So light up your jack-o'-lanterns, lock your doors, and whatever you do, don't turn off the lights. Tonight's story is a particular sticky situation, a tale of sweet temptation, of tricks or treats that bite back. Because in Hillsborough, Halloween candy isn't just a treat, it's a transformation. And once you've had a taste, there's no going back. But before we dive into that, be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications. Unless, of course, you like waking up in the dead of night to find something lurking at the foot of your bed. Then go ahead, hit that like button. Stab it, claw at it, sink your teeth into it. Just don't let it bite you back. Now, here's tonight's tale, and I call this one The Candy Maker's Secret. Enjoy.
And in the sleepy town of Hillsborough, Halloween was a night everyone looked forward to. Kids in costumes roamed the streets, bags bulging with treats. But this year, something was different. A new house appeared on Elm Street. Well, not new exactly. It was old, crooked with peeling paint, windows like hollow eyes. But no one ever remembered it being there before. And the more they thought about it, the more it felt wrong. And at the door stood Mr. Crumb, the candy maker. He was a wiry man, all bones and grin, with fingers stained sticky brown, like he'd been dipping them in chocolate for years. He handed out candy with a chipped wooden bowl, glistening blood-red drops wrapped in crinkly wax paper.
Try one. Made 'em myself.
The kids didn't think twice. Who turned down free candy on Halloween? 12-year-old Mia and her little brother Toby were the first to take a piece. Mia popped it into her mouth right there on the porch. It was sweet. Too sweet, like syrup mixed with rust. She winced as she stuck to her teeth, but Toby, he loved it.
More!
He begged. Grabbing a handful, Mr. Crumb just stood there, smiling wider, his lips splitting like a torn seam. By midnight, Mia noticed Toby acting strange. He wouldn't stop licking his lips, his tongue darting out like a snake's.
Toby, quit it.
Mia snapped, but then she saw his hands. His nails were longer, sharper, curling like black hooks. She grabbed his wrist. His skin felt cold, clammy, like raw dough.
Toby, what's wrong with you?
He didn't answer. He just stared at her with eyes that weren't his anymore. Cloudy, yellow, like a wolf's. The next morning, Mia woke up to find Toby gone. His bed was empty. His sheets were shredded. She ran downstairs, yelling for her parents, but they were slumped at the kitchen table, faces pale, throats torn open, blood poured on the floor, thick and dark, like melted candy. Mia gagged, stumbling back. Then she heard it, a scattering sound from the pantry. She yanked the door open. Toby crouched there, gnawing on something wet and red. His mouth was smeared crimson, his teeth jagged like broken glass. He wasn't Toby anymore. He was something else.
Mia.
He hissed, voice gurgling like he was choking on syrup.
You should have got more candy.
Mia bolted, heart pounding, out into the foggy streets. She had to find Mr. Crumb. He'd done this. She remembered the candy, the way it stuck to her teeth, the way Toby couldn't stop eating it. Elm Street was quiet now, the jack-o'-lanterns flicking out one by one. Mr. Crumb's house loomed ahead, its doors creaking open as it had been waiting for her. Inside, the air was thick with sugar and rot. The walls glistened, dripping with something sticky and black. Mia gagged again. She could taste it, that rusty sweetness.
Mr. Crumb!
She shouted. A shadow shuffled from the back room. There he was, hunched over a rusty cauldron, stirring something that bubbled and popped.
Like my recipe?
He croaked, turning to face her. His grin stretched wider, splitting his cheeks until blood trickled down his chin.
It's an old one. Sugar, spice, and a little something extra.
He lifted a ladle. Something twitched in the syrup. The finger, pale, bloated, dissolving into the mix. Mia's stomach lurched. She stumbled back, knocking over a tray of those red candy drops. They hit the floor, splitting open. Each one oozed a tiny, squirmy thing, like a worm with teeth.
You ate it too.
Mr. Crumb said, stepping closer.
Feel it yet? The hunger.
Mia froze. She did feel it, a gnawing in her gut, sharp and deep, like something twisting inside her, demanding more. Her mouth watered, thick with saliva, and for a fleeting second, she imagined the taste of something warm, something that pulsed between her teeth. She gagged, shaking her head, trying to force the thought away, but her fingers twitched, her skin prickling like something shifting beneath it. She clawed at her own hand, horrified as the nails darkened, stretching longer, sharpening into points.
No.
She whispered, her breath shuddering.
No, no, no.
She shoved past him. She grabbed a poker from the fireplace and swung it at the cauldron. The pot tippled, spilling its guts across the room. The syrup hissed, burning through the floorboards, and Mr. Crumb shrieked, a sound like tearing metal. His body crumbled, melting into a puddle of red sludge. His grin was the last thing to dissolve. Mia ran, lungs burning, until she reached the edge of town. The hunger still clawed at her, but she fought it down, swearing she'd never eat candy again. Days later, Hillsborough was quiet. The house on Elm Street was gone, like it'd never been there before. But the kids whispered about Toby, or what used to be of Toby. They say sometimes they see him lurking in the woods, his yellow eyes glowing in the dark. And then Mia, she locked herself in a room, taping her mouth shut every night, because sometimes, in her sleep, she could still taste the candy and feel her teeth growing sharp.
Well, it seems she learned the hard way. When a candy maker's grin is a little too wide, you might want to skip the treat. And as for Hillsborough, well, let's just say their sweet tooth won't be the only thing aching when the next Halloween rolls around. But don't go stuffing your ears with wax just yet. Next Friday, I have a tale that will lighten up your nightmares. A lonely gravedigger, an eerie lantern, and a secret so old it refuses to stay buried. What happens when the dead get tired of resting? You'll find out, if you dare. And now, my little ghouls, I want to hear from you. What's the creepiest candy you've ever eaten? Have you ever gotten a treat that just felt wrong? Tell me in the comments, if you're brave enough. Until next time, remember, always check your Halloween candy, because if it checks you back, you're already too late.